One day, two friends, Alex and Jake, decided to go on an adventure. The weather was beautiful and the sun was shining. They decided to venture deep into the forest and set up a tent. However, as night fell, the weather changed suddenly. The wind grew wild and the sky turned dark. The friends fell asleep without setting up the tent. When they woke up the next morning, they found themselves in a desolate part of the forest. Their tent was gone, and everything around them was dark and silent. Rubbing their eyes, they looked around. They realized that nothing was normal. "Alex, where is this place?" Jake asked with fearful eyes. Alex replied, "I don't know, but we need to get out of here." They quickly started walking deeper into the forest. As they walked between the trees, they began to hear strange sounds. The chirping of birds was gone. Instead, there were the whispers of the wind and distant screams. After a while, they heard a voice. "Help me," it whispered. Both of them looked at each other in surprise. The voice was coming from deep within the woods. Summoning their courage, they moved toward the source of the sound. When they reached it, they found something terrifying. An old man was lying on the ground, his face covered in blood. "You must run. There's something here," he shouted. Just then, a dark shadow appeared from the depth of the forest. Alex and Jake stepped back in fear. The shadows began to move, and the whispers grew louder. Alex yelled, "We have to run." They started to flee, but the dark figure was chasing them. Their hearts raced. Jake suddenly disappeared. Alex, hearing his friend's voice, hesitated and decided to turn back. "Jake, where are you?" he shouted, but received no reply. Alex ventured deeper into the forest to find his friend. However, as time passed, his fear increased. Jake's voice had vanished, and with every step, the darkness seemed to grow. The shadows were closing in. Alex, in panic, tried to run, but he fell to the ground. His thoughts were chaotic. He knew he was alone. At that moment, the terrifying shadow appeared right beside him. Alex closed his eyes and braced for impact, but nothing happened. When he opened his eyes, he found himself in a hospital bed. Familiar faces surrounded him. One of the doctors said, "How are you, young man? We heard you had a frightening night." Alex tried to understand what had happened. Jake was missing. The realization of his friend's absence overwhelmed him. "Where is Jake?" he asked. The doctor replied, "Unfortunately, we couldn't find him, but you are safe now. Everything will be all right."